Hello or hello again. This is Jonathan. It is March 7th, 2026, and this is going to be my morning yoga. It'll be breath heavy. So if you want to follow along, it won't be very physically demanding, likely, and it'll probably be around 30 minutes if I had to guess. So let's get started. If you want to join me, it's okay if you don't, or if you just want to watch this, fine. But if you do want to join, find a comfortable cushion to sit on. We are going to begin by rooting into the ground through our pelvis, through our sits bone. Same thing. You're going to root through what is connected into the earth and relax into the earth. Sometimes it's helpful to visualize roots coming down into the ground or a tail, whatever's helpful for you to visualize, grounding through the base of your spine into the earth below you. I find it useful for that visualization. I feel an immediate difference in the connection I have, the grounded feeling that I have once I visualize. And start to foster deep, even breathing. We're going to breathe in through the nose and elongate our exhale out of our mouth, going for about a 3 to 4 second inhale through the nose and about an 8 or 9 second exhale through the mouth. Exhaling all of the air out of the lungs, starting at the bottom of the lungs, then the middle, then the top of the lungs, allowing you to breathe a deeper breath for the next inhale. And we're just going to connect here to our breath and the ground for a few minutes of deep, even breathing. And we're going to exhale all of our air out and inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. 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 Inhale through the nose and return to even breathing, whatever that looks like for you. No specific timing. Deep, even breathing for a couple breaths here. Now that we've fostered that connection into the ground, we're going to foster a connection through our crown above us, sort of opposing gravity is sort of the technical visual, I would say, but extending through the crown. Don't lift the head. That does something weird to the spine. Lift through the crown. It'll feel as though you're treating your spine like a gentle rubber band. Once you sort of have that, you'll have more mobility through your shoulders and they'll naturally roll back, and just let them. And let the breath guide where the form is the best for your body. The more deeply you're able to breathe into the posture, the more relaxed you typically are, and the more aligned you typically are for your body. And simply encouraging this alignment alone does enough. There's enough going on in the body, just being mindful to root through the sits bone, lift through the crown of the head, and relax everything else, starting from the shoulders. Sometimes I need a little bit of help relaxing the shoulders, so it's helpful to place the fingertips or palms down beside you as a way of checking in if you're relaxing the shoulders properly. And when you do this, make sure you don't forget about root, sky, then relax. Once we've taken some breaths here, we're going to add some neck rolls because it's helpful to warm up the neck first before we warm up other parts of the body. So I find it helpful to breathe when I'm doing neck rolls. And you always want to start shallow. You don't want to go immediately to a giant circle that's just going to could do not so nice things to your neck. So you want to be gentle with the motion you're creating, kind to your body. Don't overdo it. Slow down. And if you need something to do with the breath, inhale as you're coming forward and begin to exhale at the top, the full exhale at the bottom of the roll behind, inhaling again. And exhaling, and inhaling, and exhaling. I find it useful to connect the breath to the motion myself because it helps me slow down, and that's always the goal. Slow down, be gentle to yourself. And once we found good range of motion through this direction and the neck, we're going to change directions at the top of the next rotation, switch directions gently the other way. If there's ever a question of am I going too fast, just slow down. I find it helpful to breathe in the way I described here because it helps me to continue to keep the pace even and not pick up the speed. And once we've found good motion in this direction, we're going to come back to neutral, look left and right gently, look up and down. Wiggle out a little bit, re-engage the connection to ground, sky, shoulders relax, breathe. Deep and even breathing, and just feel what's changed. Now that we've warmed up the neck a little bit, I'm going to get off the cushion and onto all fours into tabletop, and then do some cat-cows, and eventually head to a child's pose, but we'll start with the tabletop. Move the cushion out of the way. Wherever it fits in your space. For a tabletop, you want to have the hips over the knees and the palms under the shoulders. Engage through the palms in the front. Engaging through the palms helps to stabilize the rest of the arm. You don't want to weight the weird way through the shoulder. You can do some not so fun things to your shoulder if you're putting stress unnecessarily into your shoulder. So root through your palms in tabletop and anytime you're making palm contact with the mat. And then we're going to inhale and drop the belly and exhale and pull the belly up. And that is going to be our cat-cow. So we'll begin by inhaling and letting the belly drop. Exhale, bring the belly up. Inhale, let the belly drop. Exhale, bring the belly up. Inhale, let the belly drop. Exhale, bring the belly up. Inhale, let the belly drop. Exhale, bring the belly up. Inhale to neutral. If you can do so without hurting anything, gently sit back on your heels. Bring the knees in just a touch. Re-engage with your root into the ground, even sitting on your heels. Even sitting on your heels, you can re-engage with the feeling of connectivity through your sits bone into the ground. And we're going to sit here for a few moments and breathe through the nose, out the mouth. 4 breaths here. Exhale all of your air out. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. One more. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. And go back to whatever is a relaxed breathing pattern for you. Relaxed but deep breathing. Breathe into anything that is tense. Breathe into anything that feels like it needs breath to massage, whatever needs massaging. And then we're going to come into child's pose. Lift up off of your heels. Let the knees come about just shy of mat width apart. And then begin to crawl forward through the palms until you naturally feel like you want to wiggle the butt back, hopefully to the heels or wherever's comfortable for your body, making your way slowly through the palms until your head can come to the floor. On your mat, ideally. Stretch forward, engaging through the palms gently, and then relax again. Letting everything come down, drop down into the mat. Returning to deep breathing. In through the nose, out through the mouth. No specific count, just mindful deep breathing. Letting everything relax that doesn't need to be tense. And right now, in this posture, there should be no need for any tension. If there is tension left, maybe wiggle a little, adjust what needs adjusting, and breathe into the posture that is right for you in this pose. And we're going to be here for a few minutes. Now that we've had some time to relax into the posture, we're going to do a little more breath work, another 4 rounds of breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, 3 to 4 second inhale, 8 to 9 second exhale, full inhale through the nose, full exhale through the mouth, exhaling the bottom of the lungs, the middle of the lungs, and the top of the lungs, all of the air out before the next inhale. And so we're going to exhale all of our air out. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. One more. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. And return to whatever is calm, gentle breathing for you. Whatever that looks like for your breath in your body. But just allow yourself to be the embodiment of your breath in your body, allowing your breath to massage whatever it needs to massage, to be aware of whatever it needs to be aware. Feel what you feel and where you feel it in your body. Allowing your mind to be consumed by the physical experience of breathing in your body for the moment.
It's about at this point in the breathing that my thoughts begin to become a little bit more loud. And so we'll return to counted breath for another 4 counts. Prepare to exhale all of your air out. We're going to do another 4 rounds of breathing as we have. Exhale all of your air out. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And return to breathing that best fits you in this moment. We're going to prepare to head back to tabletop on our next inhale. And so on the next inhale, rise to tabletop.
And exhale in neutral. Inhale again. Exhale, sit back on the ankles, on the heels. We're going to breathe here a few rounds. Deep, even breathing at your own pace. And once you're ready, we're going to head back onto our cushion. Find your cushion again. Find your comfortable seated position on your cushion. Taking as much time as you need to find that after doing some child's pose and some cat cows. Gently find your way into a seated position again. Wiggle out what you need to wiggle out. Re-engage with the connection, rooting into the ground and elongating through the crown into the sky, relaxing the shoulders back. Returning to deep, even breathing in this posture. No specific count, just deep breath through the nose, out the mouth. And once we've reconnected here, we're going to fold forward while sitting on the cushion. Make sure your legs are in a place that you have enough room to fold forward. If your legs tend to get in the way, as mine sometimes do. And remember, when you fold forward in any position, but this one especially, you're hinging from the hips, not folding over your belly. And so depending on how tight your hips are, this can be challenging. For me, it initially is. And so we're going to inhale up and exhale forward from our hips, finding where tension starts to arise and stopping there for a moment. Inhale up and forward. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Everyone's going to find where is comfortable, and if you stop at any point, if you find your stopping point, every point is the correct point. Your body will tell you. Don't overdo it. Don't stress or push anything. You should be able to gently relax into the posture that best fits your body. If you have the ability to relax your hips fully forward, then do so and relax into it. But make sure you're relaxing. There should be no forcing. Remember to keep the shoulders broad so that you can keep the breath deep. Deep breathing informs correct posture. On the next inhale, we're going to rise back to seated. Exhale. On the next inhale, our arms are going up above us. Point through the fingertips. Inhale. Exhale, the arms down, the hands in front of the chest. Hands at heart center, gently resting on the breastbone. And breathe deeply here for a moment. Make sure you're pressing through the palms. Should be able to separate the fingertips just slightly. Emphasizing the pressure through the palms first, and then against the chest. Make sure you're rooted through your sits bone, through your crown, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the hands pressed together on your chest. And breathe here for a few moments. You're welcome to stay here as long as you need to. You're welcome to do more if your body calls for more. Otherwise, be gentle with yourself, be kind to yourself, and be grateful to yourself for moving your body and your breath in a conscious, connected way for a little while. Thank you for joining me, those that did. See you all soon. I love you all.